numbers for him from a week ago. 14 carries, 51 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Henson. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Off the bootleg, Henson. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. This goes out wide from Mixon. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Again, he'll drop to throw. To Mixon on the check down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Eagles are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That one goes for 8 yards. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a 1st down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. He'll drop to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 36. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. On play action, they'll throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Price. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings, just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
1st and goal from the 6. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in L.A. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Well, that'll be caught by Kupp. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7.
Back to throw. Henson. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Henson. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Henson. He gets this one to Mechie. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Henson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. Oh, able to avoid him. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one too low. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with them is he knew how to rush the passer. They would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and 2, Henson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan? Introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to Big Way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll look to throw again. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Mixon. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard. That's all. Down to the 2. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Henson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I think they like this drive a little bit better. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, that drive they were throwing out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball. All right, when guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. We'll see how they defend him going forward. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Price. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Again, he'll drop to throw. This goes out wide from Mixon. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw again. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Henson. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
To throw on second down. Henson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He's going to float this over the middle deep. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Defense.
So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Kyler Murray leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jerry Jeudy, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. James Conner, a touchdown run in the victory. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's a gain of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. This is the third quarter. You got time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and 2. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because they don't get some kind of points here. That next drive,
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. The quick slant caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Throwing on 1st down, Henson. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in.
Complete to Cooper Kupp. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Henson. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Henson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams are following into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it 24-13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives. And a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I'm going to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. An option handoff here to Mixon. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A handoff to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a give to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Holding. Offense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Rams are right back in this football game. Holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
The football going back to the Rams now. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Throwing to start the drive. Henson. Flush to his right. Going up top for Kupp. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll drop the throw. He finds his man complete. That's Price. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. A toss left, Mixon. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Another try for Mixon. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. Now they got to get to the line quickly to throw on 2nd down. Henson. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Henson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Henson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Throwing after the interception, Henson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
They'll take over 1st
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Philadelphia, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0.